So about 2 months ago, I decided to make a change. And let me tell you, I definitely have done so. That change was partially in my trading style, but also where I ended up placing my trades. And that's why in today's video, I want to dive into the past 2 months trading with a prop firm. Now, in the past, I've always traded my own money, but you can't deny the allure of trading with a prop firm, trading with someone else's money, right? If you could get access to more money than you have, or get access to somebody else's money, you can use your money for other things, whether that's paying down debt, whether that's investing, buying cameras, a microphone, a snowboard, some recent examples for me. So I was kind of going back and forth, and early to mid-October, I decided to make that move. And I finally went with a $50,000 audition with Surge Trader as the prop firm of choice. At the time, I didn't realize how impactful this decision was going to ultimately be, not only in my actual trading results, but also up here, mentally. I have never felt the way that I currently do, and I want to get into that here in this video. So let's get into it. Let's look at the data here on TradeZilla. Now, we are looking at my TradeZilla platform and my dashboard, if you will, where I track it all. I'll go back and I'll show you this confirmed on the Surge Trader dashboard as well here in just 1 second. But this is kind of more of a visual, a nicer visual. So we'll start here. Now, what we see is that over the past, I don't know, just over 2 months, it actually starts, I have it starting October 1st. I technically started this a couple days into the, couple days beyond that in terms of my trading, but just for all intents and purposes, that's when we'll start this. And I've netted a P&L of over $2,000, and that's realized gains. I've currently got open gains that are unrealized and stops in profits, but that's not really, that's besides the point. We have a trade expectancy of $18, so on average, I can expect to make almost $19 in a given trade, a profit factor of 1.53, confirming we have a profitable system. Check this, a win rate, 47.71%, but an average win-loss of 1.67, meaning my average winner is 114, the average loser is just under $68. Now, as I look at this, a couple things to frame the approach, or they frame the video. Now, this is on a $50,000 audition account. And the thought process behind this was not to go out and try to make it all and try to get funded in 2 seconds. It was to try to logically, systematically trade a system, consistently make money, eventually get funded, and then scale up over time. That was the approach, and that still is the approach 2 months later. Back into Surge Trader's dashboard, we currently have this is the realized gain, I guess, balance. Here's the current equity. So the portfolio or the account is currently worth, and I'll refresh that. It might update a little bit here. It's currently worth $52,436.19. And we're approximately halfway to our target of making $5,000 and then getting funded, a live account, and being able to kind of go along in my happy merry way and scale up my account from there if I would like to. But the whole intent behind making this switch was to cater my trading and my style towards what I thought and believed based off of data what would be more profitable. What the data was telling me to be more profitable. That wasn't really what I thought. It was based off the data. Now, there was some thinking involved because I did have to make the assumption, or the thought process had to be kind of in play, where I was like, okay, I don't necessarily know if going from options to shares is going to do this, but I can, hypothesize it would based off a lot of my prior experiences. And I've documented a lot of those and probably all of them here on the channel. So we can see it's all confirmed here and all that great stuff. Now, to some, you may have a couple questions. One, why this platform? Why this prop firm? Really, when it came down to, nothing to do with price, not much, well, a little bit, I guess, not much to do with price, very little to do with, the name. I just looked up a bunch of prop firms, did my research, and found out that Surge Trader would allow me to trade pretty much the stocks that I was trading options on, just trading shares, without much problem. And so that's why I decided to go with Surge Trader as the prop firm of choice. Now, I think there's starting to become more prop firms out there that have that are allowing more stocks and stuff. Cool, great, love the competition. Maybe I'll move eventually one day. Who knows? We'll see. That's besides the point. I don't want to get too caught up in that, and I'm not necessarily promoting them, although that's just what I'm using. Next was sizing. You know, this sizing, you think, okay, well, you know, if you're averaging, you know, a winner's $100 and losers 68 or whatever the numbers are, you know, dude, it's going to take you forever. And I agree. It is going to take at that pace quite a long time. Now, the sizing has started to inch up as I've gotten more comfortable with the platform and my trading and stuff, whatever, all that great stuff. Cool. But it's not going to move much from here. So if you've been watching recent trade recaps, which I've been posting here on the channel, the playlist, we got all that stuff, you know, logged. If you've been watching those, you'll start to notice, you're probably noticing the sizing that we're averaging. And that sizing is not going to change right now. But this is not money I'm relying upon. I'm looking to try to get funded, and then from there, you know, we can make things happen, of course, over time, and that's the progression, I think, over time, not the intent right now. It's to keep things systematic, keep things in line, keep things in front of me, right? Because if I size up too fast and I fall back too much, you know, you're gonna fall. You can get into trouble, and then all of a sudden the mental game's messed up. I don't want to fall down that path. Okay, at this pace, it may be 2 more months. Maybe it's a month. Maybe it's 4. Maybe it never happens. I don't really know. I don't really care how long it takes to get funded, because again, that's not the point. It's the process that I've been focusing on, and you can do that when you don't need the money to survive. And that's easier said than done for many, but that's kind of the framework that I came at this, and it's been huge. Now that we covered that, what are the biggest takeaways from this switch? Well, number one, no options is awesome. No decay, all those different factors that can throw you off in a big way, which is great not to have to deal with that stuff. Number two, swing trades are back in play. And when I say that, I mean that from the view that, not that I was avoiding them in the past, because of the options I was trading, I just didn't feel comfortable with what I would have to risk overnight, what I could be risking overnight, potentially if we had, you know, let's say a massive drawdown with news or whatever. I just didn't feel comfortable taking a swing. Now, playing shares, I'm pretty comfortable. I could sit myself in a position, I could swing it for a couple of days, couple of weeks, and not give a shit. It literally, it doesn't matter. It's either hit the stop loss, hit the take profit. One of the two hits first, we get out. Like, that's it, you know, or we start skilling out if we take profits. Like, that's it. So it's allowed me to trade larger time frames, zooming out. And my suspicion, although I am tracking this data as well, and I don't have it, you know, I want to get a couple of months of this data. My suspicion is that the larger the time frame, the better my trading will likely be. We'll see if that pans out. But this is going to allow me, or this allows me to now play bigger time frames, weekly charts, daily charts, big breaks, big key levels on bigger time frames that could be, or that could set up big moves versus 5-minute charts and 30-minute charts, 1-hour charts, which could be a little more choppy. 1-hour charts, not as bad, but, you know, 5-minute charts, who knows? You know, that's where I feel like I'm more of a 50-50 trader on a 5-minute chart. As you zoom out, I think I can be more of the 60-40. You know, 60% winner, 40% loser, and then with good risk reward, you're looking great. So that's been big for the mindset, because I've come to a point where I really don't care about anything else. Everything is irrelevant. Where the market goes tomorrow, irrelevant. Where things go the next 5 minutes, irrelevant. What happens to this stock, irrelevant. It really, all I care about is the setup that I'm trading, and then my stops and take profit. As long as I'm optimizing that to where I could be a 47% winner and still make money, that's great. Think about this. Scale up over time. Scale up over time. Either keep my numbers the exact same, increase the sizing, change my numbers, maybe make the risk reward a little better, which I think it's actually been as of late, increase that win rate, which it also has been a little better as of late. And you've got what I think is a really good strategy. That's real trade, not BS saying that I win every day, because I don't. Or I don't win every trade. It doesn't happen. It's not real trading. But I think making that switch to the prop firm and not trading my own money is necessarily, it's been big. It's been big, and I'm excited to see how things progress going forward. So there you have it. I'll leave links to the resources, the prop firm, TradeZello, where I track it all, down below. As their resources and tools that I use that help me. Hope it was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.